How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and today we're going to be talking about Palantir. You guys know how I feel about Palantir. I also recommended buying Palantir when it was in the $20 range, and just seeing where it is at right now at 25, I must say I feel proud. I feel like a proud father. But before we get started, let me put in a disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. You just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. Also, to let you know and give you the quick heads up, in all my videos, I have timestamps. So there's certain things that you want to watch or you want to take a look into. Hey, that option is available to you, and it makes it very simple. Now, to get into it, in regards to Palantir, when I recommended it to you guys, I look at this stock as a long-term play. So in regards to the price action that we currently see and so forth, it's really not that much of a big deal to me, especially since it is long-term. This is an investment play. This is not a trading play. But now, to continue, we already know that demo day is actually going to be coming out tomorrow, and that's part of the reasons why we are seeing a run-up. We also saw this happen on the previous run-up for demo day as well. So for anyone who's doing any short-term trades, or maybe you might be doing some swing trades and so forth, you definitely had some opportunities presented to you. But one of the things I want to let anyone know, especially if you are holding Palantir, it's going to be looking very volatile. We might end up having a continuation of this run-up and getting up to $30. So one of the things that you need to keep in mind are, what are your goals, right? Are you planning to hold this for a year? Are you planning to hold this for 2 years? Are you planning to hold this for 6 months? Be clear about that, because I do believe it will reclaim back to those highs, but it's now a big concern to me if it doesn't end up getting there in regards to this year. If it's next year, hey, I'm fine with that. If it happens this year, it really doesn't matter. Again, it is a long-term hold. I'm not selling. But in this video, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be doing the technical analysis, and then I'm also going to be going over what they're going to be covering on their demo day as well, so you guys are prepared and you know what is going on. And then afterwards, of course, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts. So let's get into it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Palantir. So we're going to take a look at the overall stock's performance on the day. So ended up closing the day at $25.42, being up 8.91%. Also seeing a low of $23.12, which we could see right down here below, and also ended up seeing a high of $25.66, which we could see all the way up here. So I told you guys about building out a position in Palantir ever since when it was in the $20 range. So congrats to those who were able to build out their position, and congrats to those who also maybe have built out their positions even before I made that recommendation. So one of the things to keep track of when we take a look at this 5-day 5-minute chart are support areas. So we know we definitely have some support here at this $22.80 level. We also have some support here at this $23 level, and we're also showing to have some support right here at $23.82. And right now, since it's on a definite run up, what I'm looking forward to is seeing some more moves to the upside, especially leading up to the demo day event tomorrow. But what we want to do, and I think is very important, is take a look 3-month 1-hour chart. One of the areas we want to pay attention to is support. So again, we have some support here right at $21.43, and we also have some support you can see right here at $20.97. And this is approximately around the time when we were talking about, hey, Palantir is a good stock to actually take a look at. What we want to see is, what is that clear area of resistance? So we definitely had a clear area of resistance here at $24.46, and of course we passed it, end up contributing to the strong run up where we end up closing the day at $25.42. So a next area of resistance, which can become an area of support, is right here at this $25.80 level, as you can see. So once we're able to get past this area, we can make that strong move and get up to 27. And if we look at what's the next area to look out for, is right here at 28. So I'll be definitely looking forward to seeing $28 actually come in tomorrow or sometime this week. But of course, this is a long-term play, so it really doesn't matter because I'm holding my shares. But for anyone who's doing any swing trades, this is something you want to be aware of. Is there a possibility where it could pull back? Yes. And if it does pull back, I do see it coming back to the 200-day and then actually making some more moves back or consolidating in that particular area of the 200-day. I do see Palantir being a stock being able to reclaim all the way back here to the previous high of $44. That will take some time, but I think $30 is definitely in the near future for this stock, and I want to see that at least within the next 2 to 3 months. So we're now on fintel.io, and we're going to be checking out the institutional ownership for Palantir. So as we scroll down on the page, we're going to be seeing that green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. And so far from what we're seeing, institutions are definitely bullish on Palantir. We can see even up until April, and this is recent, from April 12th to April 13th. Look at the amount of institutions we have opening up new positions and showing interest. If we go back even further, we could see this continues. Institutions continuing to show interest in Palantir. So when you see this particular kind of activity, this is great to see, especially as a shareholder, of course, because we are retail investors. Now we want to take a look at the short interest. So when we take a look at the short interest, the short volume ratio is 16%. And as far as short shares available, it's around 8.9 million. And as far as the short borrow free rate, it's at 0.27%. When we take a look at the previous history for the short volume ratio, the highest it's ever been was 20.99 on April the 5th, and this is taking into consideration all the way back from March the 29th. So just seeing this overall, in general, we already know if it's over 21%, then that's significantly high, but the fact that it's at 16% just shows that there's actually positive market sentiment in regards to Palantir, and why I always see it as a great investment and why I mentioned it to you guys. As far as for the Palantir demo day event, just a quick overview to go over what they're going to be actually talking about. So as you can see, the double click, we're on their official website. So it's going down tomorrow on April the 14th. You could also see that it's going to be starting at 11 a.m. and that's going to be EST. Also, it shows right here. Join us on Wednesday, April the 14th for Palantir's first double click event, a series of demos that showcase how our platforms are used by customers in 40 industries around the world. So they're going to be covering life sciences. Industrials. The first double click will highlight life sciences and industrials. The demos will showcase how our customers can use archetypes on top of Foundry to deploy end-to-end use cases in a matter of clicks for everything from prognostic model management to high-scale IoT analytics. The next part, life sciences. Join the leaders of our life sciences business, Kathleen McMahon and Ben Amar, to learn how Foundry is accelerating clinical research and analysis of evidence. See how our customers' complete patient picture of harmonizing observational, clinical, and molecular data, ensure the security of critical media data through purpose-based access controls, improve patient outcomes through prognostic model management, and accelerate discoveries by promoting scientific collaboration. In action, clinical research, biopharmaceuticals, healthcare providers, and drug discoveries. In regards to industrials, join the leaders of industrial business, Sam Woodward and Lime Mao, as they reveal how Foundry is powering everything from field force optimization to IoT and sensor data from connected cars. Optimize the production of the value chain from raw materials to customer experience. Power root cause analysis for safer products, unlock high-scale, low-latency IoTs and sensor data, and connect complex supply chain networks. And for in-action, construction, manufacturing, distribution, after-sales, and supply chains. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what actually ends up being uncovered on demo day. So I will definitely be keeping an eye on any recent news and what's going on because, hey, I'm a very interested shareholder in Palantir. Hope you guys found this quick overview helpful. So for my final thoughts on Palantir, you definitely know I am very, very bullish. We also noticed Kathy Woods from ARK Invest is very bullish on Palantir as well and has definitely been loading the boat. This is a great analytics firm and I just see so much growth potential. We've already seen they've been picking up some contracts as of late, but one of the things that we need to be aware of is also taking a look at the institutional ownership, which I did in this video, and taking a look at the short interest. By doing this and by watching those segments, you get a good overall deal of what the overall market sentiment is. So just having that positive sentiment and having a lot of institutions who actually bought into Palantir is definitely something that is great if you are a long-term investor. And it's part of the reasons why I presented this stock to you. And like I said, I feel like it's going to be a great and big time data analytics firm going forward. As far as the platforms and what they use, it's literally top in its class. And like I said, I'm sounding like a fanboy right now, but hey, I just love the stock. And also, to continue, I want you guys to also be aware this was a stock that was consolidating for quite some time. We see that on the technical analysis. In regards to pullbacks, their pullbacks are really not that serious, especially when we consider what has been going down with the correction in the market. Yes, it had a previous high where it was around the $44 area and it ended up coming down. Where it is right now, I do believe it's still at good value because there's so much room for it to move. So if you're looking at this as an investment, definitely consider it. It's a great way to add some diversity to your portfolio in regards to having a data analytics type of a firm that you could be holding instead of just focusing on, let's say, like EVs or just crypto and so forth. So I want you guys to be aware of that. Have diversity in your portfolio. That's part of the reasons why I have stocks of Palantir. And aside from talking about Palantir, the other two stocks I also talked about was ChargePoint and as well as Skills. We already know that ChargePoint ran up as well, and Skills right now is definitely in a buying opportunity. Started testing easily into the $15 range. Like I said, I ended up adding some more on that, but those three plays that we look at as long-term plays are actually doing very well. And like I say on this channel, make sure these particular type of plays are the plays that have a higher concentration. You have a good amount of allocation into these plays outside of those penny stocks and those crypto plays. You want to make sure you have these solid plays that, again, that don't have too much volatility in them and also have a lot of huge upside potential. We do see that in penny stocks, but again, you don't want penny stocks taking up too much of your overall portfolio. Hope you guys found this video helpful, and we'll talk soon.